Let's start again with answering yesterday's question. How many people around the world lack access to clean water? 1 billion, nearly 1 out of every 7 people lack clean water, and that's why Steve is here. Today we brought our first load of filters to a remote village called December 8. We're not sure why they gave the village that name, but that doesn't really matter. First thing in the morning, we met up with the other missionary team of doctors and loaded up some rickshaws with all of our gear and all the buckets and headed to the river. Because this village is so remote, we needed to take water taxis, which are a little bit bigger than a canoe. So down the river we went, passing by all the huts and the river outhouses. Believe me, this is not a river you'd want to swim in. The boats brought us about 2 miles down the river and dropped us off. We would be walking from here. About 20 minutes into our walk, we came to the village where the people were already standing in line, waiting for the doctors. Some had been there for hours. After we set down our gear, we followed a local person to the village watering hole and found some disturbing things. There were empty detergent packages where people had washed their clothes and evidence that some even used this water as a place to bathe. The water is bad enough before adding all these chemicals and trash. It was a sad sight, but this type of situation is why Steve came here. We brought 14 filters today, 1 for the church, 2 for the schoolhouse, and 11 for local families chosen by the pastor. They won't arrive for a while, so that gives us time to talk to some local children about Jesus Christ.
Do they want to accept Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior today?
A ver, ¿quieres aceptar a Jesucristo en tu corazón en este momento, en este día?
The families arrived, and Steve told them how to use their new filters, how to wash their hands, and a few simple steps to keep themselves and their children healthy. These families are now equipped to lead healthier lives and possibly longer ones too. But the only way to ensure that these people would live forever in heaven was to bring them the living water that is Jesus Christ. So Steve shared with them how to accept Jesus into their hearts and live for Him.
Do you love the Lord? Raise your hand.
It was a long and very hot day, but it was also a profitable one for us, for the villagers, and for the kingdom of God. Today's question is, how many days of school are missed by children around the world because they are too ill to attend?